Hey everybody, it's Kelly, and I am back tonight with a very short video. So I'm going to put together my December daily cover, and I did go through, unlike when I do a layout sometimes, I did go through and kind of look at the supplies I had to decide what I wanted to do. I knew I was going to use this piece, so this is from Ellie Studio. It's the the December 2021. I much prefer when they do these in acrylic versus cork, because the cork is so much more fragile than the acrylic, but it is what it is, right? So I've got a few pieces here. I'm going to make this very simple. I love this cover, so it doesn't need a ton of decorating on it, but I do want to do some. All of my December daily albums have something on the front cover, even if it's pretty simple. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my ATG and just kind of go around on all the straight spaces here. I did look at doing lots of other die cuts or that kind of a thing. I don't always pre-plan my layouts and that kind of stuff, but for this, I decided I wanted to kind of have an idea about what I was doing. It's a little bit different than doing a layout, obviously. So, but anyway, so this is going to be a simple one. It won't, you know what, it's not going to take long. Like I said, I think the cover here is doing a lot of work, or the cover. Yeah, the cover itself is doing a lot of work for me with that pattern. And then this is, hi Sue. This is a doily from Wilton. So I used to buy these at Michael's. I don't know if they still have them, but that's where I was buying them. So you can usually go into the cake section in your like big box craft store and get these. And so I like them because I think they don't cost as much as a regular doily would. Hey Barbara. And I wasn't thinking about this, so I probably need to measure this a little bit to decide where this is going to go. So you guys, it's going to be a really short one tonight, but I have my cover pretty much decided here. Okay, so there's that. And then this We Wish You a Merry Christmas is from the Photoplay Not a Creature Was Stirring die cut pack. And that's the main collection I'm using this year. If I could only think, that would be really helpful. In case you guys missed this, last night I did a live showing you all my prep work. So showing you everything I'm going to use for my December daily. Hey Jennifer. So I did all that last night. Now so really this is it. This cover is really done. I might look at maybe some enamel dots, maybe if I have some green ones that might match, we'll see. And then I have these bells and these little jingle bells, and this little paper ribbon is from, I think it was from my advent calendar kit from last year. And my idea is to thread these through, if it'll work. And then this is a little tight here, but I think it's gonna work. I might only get the big ones on here. And then I think I'm going to just attach it to the inside here, into the bind, just slip it over the binder rings and do that is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. We'll see. I have to get, this is much harder than threading a needle because it wants to move around on me. The first one wasn't so bad. So super, super simple cover here. I've done, I have stuff on all of my covers. I think I only have one that I have some problems with it falling off, and I think it's because it's whatever I have on the front of it can get a little heavy. So sometimes I have to go back in and just re-glue it. My albums sit on my Calyx album shelves, because I have Calyx shelves in my scrapbook room as well, but they sit on my Calyx album shelves. And okay, so this one's being a little pain here. Anyway, they sit on those album shelves, which are not here. They're in my living room. I'm going to actually cut this one a little bit to see if maybe if I get that. I have high doubts that that other bell is going to go on here because it's smaller than these other two. This one, it just does not want to go through. Okay, so then I'll do that one. And then I can do, so that one's on this one. Oh, who knew that the longest part of this was going to be putting the jingle bells on this piece here? I think this is just smaller. I don't know, guys. Maybe it's only going to be one bell, or I'll abandon it. I kind of like the idea of doing this, though. And I have like floss and ribbon and that kind of stuff, so I could do it using that. But since I had this in my kit, I thought it would be cool to use it. There we go. Got it. I'm going to see what that other one is like, and we'll see if we want to do this or not. But I just thought it would be fun. I haven't done this before where I have anything that, you know, the scrapbook charms or whatever. Yeah, there's no way. This is like half the size of those. So I'll put that back in my goodie bag there. My goodies. So let's see if we can get this. What I want to do is hang it off here. And I'm liking that a little bit less than I thought I was going to. They do make noise. That's one good thing. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is just tie this. Maybe, actually, you know what would be kind of fun is if, I'm going to twist this. It's paper ribbon, right? So I can twist this. Which is kind of cool. And then at the end of this, this is not going to be easy, but I'm going to tie a knot. Better open this up. Tie a knot. See Kelly struggle over what should be the simplest part of this whole process. This is a best laid plans. Again, why I like to do lives, because then you see that not everything goes quite the way we expect. Because when we speed those videos up, it hides a lot of this kind of stuff. Okay, and I'll do one more so I get an actual knot. And we'll see how this looks then. Yeah, I think this is going to be okay. I'll just do another twist so we kind of get that. And then, okay, yeah, this isn't going to be very long. This is not what I thought it was going to look like, you guys, but I'll probably just leave this. And I could untie this because it is paper ribbon. It would be really simple to do that, but I think I'll just leave this as is. Let me see what it looks like. Yeah, not quite what I thought, because it's just barely coming over the edge here, which I guess if I'd been able to get that through a little bit more, and I might play around with that to see if I can fix it a little bit, but that's the general idea. I want it to hang down, and it's not. So I'll play with that a little bit, and maybe as we go along, you'll see what happens. I need to get the bells a little bit further through some of this. But anyway, that's the general idea of that. And then I'm just going to put on the numbers here, which I need my little pokey tool or my little tweezers here. And I'm using a lighter green. me stand up and do this so I can see this. So you can use, I saw somewhere somebody was making printables for these, but you know, you could do that on a printable with the year to kind of keep things consistent. I've done, since I've started this, my years appear on the spines, but differently for most years. So I'm just going to be consistent with that. And let me grab this. I didn't tell you guys what this is. This is the Echo Park. This is an Echo Park 6x8 album. I got mine on scrapbook.com. I don't know if they still have them available or not. I've had mine for a little while because I saw them, I think I even saw them in the pre-order stage and just had them email me when it came in. Now I don't have an actual one, so I'm just going to use an I here. Okay, that's done. So that's the album, really simple. I'll figure this out and we'll go from there. One of the things, if you weren't with me last night, oh, that's a cool idea. So Sue says she takes her Crop-A-Dile, punches a hole on top of the album spine, and threads her charms through it, which that would be a cool idea. And I do have a Crop-A-Dile, so I definitely could do that. I'm going to fix this and make it a little bit longer though first. So I'll play with that and see, and I might end up with ribbon in it since it's kind of, the paper stuff may be destroyed. But so simple, 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 just my LE Studio cork piece from this year, Wilton Doily die cut from my my Not a Creature Was Stirring photo play collection. This says we wish you a Merry Christmas, and it's not we in my household unless you're counting my cats, but that's okay. So I'll show you a little bit about the album in case you didn't see this last night, but I have all of my page protectors in here. These are from Simple Stories. I just buy them and then keep them over the years until I use them up. I have 4-ups. So 4 3x4, 2 3x4, a 4x6, 2 4x6s. This is 2 4x4s and a 2x8 piece. And then I have just plain 6x8. So that's what I'll be using. And then what these are for is if I have anything that I know I want to include in the album, for instance, this 2022, which will go on my New Year's Day page or my New Year's Eve page, depending on what we do. So I've got that in there. I will also use these to hold pictures because I don't necessarily scrapbook the memory the day it happened. I talked about this last night. On Friday night, my boyfriend and I went to a holiday light show on its opening night. I want to scrapbook that in my holiday album. Obviously, it did not occur in December, but I don't really care about that. If I do something on a day, I try to scrap it on that day, but in this particular case, I just want the memory in the album. So I'll print those pictures at some time. As a matter of fact, I was working on getting stuff printed, and for some reason my laptop froze because I think there's an update or something going on. So I'll be working on those later today. But when I'm done with those, I'll pop them in here. And then when I have a long work day, that might be what I scrap on that day. So there's, I used this. And then this is a calendar that came with the LE Studio December documented kit that I'm using this year. And then I just write down what I do on that day, and it's a really nice snapshot to look at what happened that year. Sometimes it's on the front or back cover, sometimes it's the last page in the album, kind of depends on what happens as I go kind of in the summary pages. I think the last 2 years I've had extra stuff I wanted to include, like cards and like all my favorite movies I watched, you know, stuff like that. So I include that kind of stuff, and with this a lot of times in that too. So that is the cover for this year's book. If you're interested in seeing past December dailies, I have a December daily album flip through playlist, and then I have each of the playlists from December of 2016 through 2020. Each of the days is recorded in that, and you see the process, and then the flip through of the album at the end. The album flip through includes some of those, but it also includes years that I wasn't videoing yet, but I was doing the December daily because I said last night when I was talking that this will be my 15th year of doing this. I love this project so much. So Sue, thanks for that hint. I may actually take that. So Echo Park album, that's what this is. So you guys know that. And that's it for tonight. I just thought I'd come on, get this done pretty quickly so I can be ready to go forward on December 1st. So I will see you guys on December 3rd, though. That's when my first pages will go live, because if I do it live, which I'll probably do most of mine live, you'll see that in the most of the time in the evening at some point. But if I can't do it that way and I have to schedule them, so I have to do them ahead of time and then have them go up on that day, I make the memory one day, the next day I make the layout, and then the next day it goes live. So that's the reason that I have a little bit of a delay. I started doing that before you could do YouTube live, but now it's nice that we can do that. So anyway, hope you guys are having a great night. If you are in the United States, happy Thanksgiving. Not quite sure what my weekend is going to look like, but I will find some time to go live with you guys at some point. Probably won't be Friday night. So anyway, all right. Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks everybody else for joining me. Bye-bye, everybody.